Since we passed the halfway point of the NFL season, we decided to revisit our football fantasy video. You know, the one where we stepped on fans' optimism before they could trick themselves into heartbreak. The Cardinals? Remember that 4-0? I thought we were going to be wrong about the Cardinals. They were 4-0. Everybody was all hyped. I looked up and was like, man, they still got them dudes playing quarterback, and they still got that same offensive line. Chip called it out. Mr. Glass, Beanie Wells, he ain't playing no more. Yeah, we got Rivers right. He's looking like a loser. They say Jay Lock is hurt. I think he might just not be that good. Thus far, we moved with the cold clairvoyance of the Final Destination movies. I mean, we were right on just about everything. Said the Cowboys and Redskins would keep up the bad work. Said the Saints needed Sean Payton. Not only is Sean Payton worth the $7 million, he can go look at Jerry Jones and be like, as you can see, I'm actually worth a little bit more. And Michael Vick? Well, 16 games still aren't promised to him, even if for a different reason than we expected. The Eagles, man, I thought they would have knocked Michael Vick out of the games by now. What I really didn't expect is that Eagle fans would be like, man, will somebody please knock him out of the game? I'm not saying they're right or wrong for it, but that's one prediction they wish had been correct, that Michael Vick was on the sidelines right now. And the Cardinals defensive coordinator still has cornrows. You know, I think the league needs to do something to improve diversity amongst the coaching ranks. But whoever says I'm not giving Ray Horton an interview because he's 50 years old with cornrows has nothing to explain to me. We were really only off on one thing: the heretofore undefeated Atlanta Falcons. Now, we could look at it as if we were wrong. Or you could see what's obvious, that this won't end well for the Dirty Birds. For a second, let's ignore my powers of pessimistic prognostication. Anybody? Can I get some love?
A litter of ups, a litter of ups, a litter of ups.
We could look at the Falcons' inability to run or stop the run. Hey, it's got one thing about them as a team that you don't ever really want to say, and it's been like that for a while. A little bit undersized. Undersized football team. Like the undersized basketball team, like, yeah, we're quick. We're going to be moving the ball. You can do all this. The undersized football team is just cruising for a bruising. Their tendency to play to the level of scrubs. They escaped the Panthers. They escaped the Raiders. They've been eye to eye with a lot of scrubs this year. A lot of scrubs. And people are like, oh, well, they're pulling out the hard victories. Some victories aren't supposed to be hard. Or the fact that they're, you know, the Falcons. Why was Arthur Blank pushing Michael Vick around in the wheelchair? Because at that time, we thought it took a superhero to make that sorry team good. Some combination of those things will come back to bite them. Maybe they eventually get trucked by the 49ers. Again, the Falcons were the 49ers Washington Generals for the better part of the 80s and the 1990s. You look at the Jerry Rice highlight film, it's co-starring the Atlanta Falcons, like Ghostface Killer on Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links. You see a lot of Falcons DBs running behind Jerry Rice like, come back, man. We all up in it. They all up in it. The 49ers could not have done it without the Falcons. Maybe some piddly wild card team will take them out in the playoffs at the Georgia Dome. Again. Or maybe, just maybe, they'll score 2 goddamn points in a playoff game. Again. Dude, 2 points in a playoff game. Why did you even score the 2? Not 1. There's no point. Like, nothing feels more like charity than 2 points in a playoff game. I don't remember the circumstances under which that safety came about. Not 3. You know what 2 points in a playoff game feels like? Feels like the Giants just looked at the Falcons and were like, oh, my bad. 2, bruh. 2 points. Gotta pick those up. We out. We can't tell you what will happen. We just know that something will happen. Nobody on the Falcons should feel safe right now. The better you are as a player, the more insecure you should feel about the stability of your joints. It won't matter if they're 16-0. There's always time for a veteran leader to get picked up soliciting a prostitute. Again. That's the thing about this year Falcons. I see every reason to get excited. Matt Ryan is on his game. Julio's a beast. They got Roddy White. They got Tony Gonzalez. They got Michael Turner, who's not good anymore, but you remember him being good, so it sounds real good. Hey, we don't wish misery upon anyone, but we're all about the truth. And if you're not waiting for the other shoe to drop on the Falcons, you clearly haven't watched them play. Ever. In your life. The closest thing you're going to get to the Bayou Classic in the NFL is Saints Falcons. And I say, you ride around, you go to Lenox Mall the weekend of a Saints Falcons game in Atlanta, and it's gonna look real HB, if nothing else. It might not look that CU, but it'll look real HB.